Hey y'all, thanks for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be going over the Incarnon Skana. I managed to actually get finished with both weapons for the week that Duviri dropped out. And on my channel I uploaded a video for Bratton, and right now I'm going to go over Skana here. This is the build that I ended up going with. I probably spent about an hour doing all sorts of mod changes, Incarnon mode swaps. I tested this weapon thoroughly, and I can say without a doubt that this is what you want to run. The Wartime Nerve, the Orokin Reach, and Survivor's Edge. If you go too much crit, you don't do any status damage. If you do too much status, your weapon doesn't crit enough. And now, despite the heavy attack options, do not even waste your time. This is what that looks like.
Here's where it gets interesting.
So after testing it with the Skana, I took the same exact heavy build I used for the Skana and tried it on my Stropha. This is what that looks like. They have full armor, and I almost one-shot them. And when I pull them in and actually strip their armor, it one-shots them. I don't understand why the sword can't do this. Now you're going to see what my build looks like that I showed. As you saw, I tried working the overshields with Hildren. I tested it against um, Stropha with a heavy attack build, and with the Skana heavy attack, it is just mediocre to say the least. I don't know if I was doing something wrong or if I'm not understanding the whole idea of making the Skana a heavy attack type weapon. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but as far as I could tell, it was worthless. So here is again the build. We're going for high crit, high status, decent crit damage. All right, so this is going to be a viral build. The insane thing about the Skana is that it can reach almost 6 meters of range without a Riven is ridiculous. It is so good. When you pair it with this evolution, where you get combo count on enemies who haven't been damaged yet, the amount of range you're hitting them, you're building your combo so fast. You're hitting rank 12 like in less than 10 swings, and you have 6 meters of range to boot. It is pretty remarkable once this weapon actually gets online. As far as the third evolution, I went with the last one, the balance of crit and status. You definitely want to get those viral procs to hit because we're not actually using um, prime pressure point. We're using condition overload in conjunction with weeping wounds. We're trying to increase that melee damage as high as possible to just kind of uplift this weapon just a tad bit because when you actually reach Incarnon mode, you're getting an additional 100% melee damage there anyway. So I didn't find Prime Pressure Point to be needed. As far as testing it, here we go against Corrupted Heavy Gunners. They're 185. Once you get the melee online, just kind of keep it going.
Hey, future me here. As I was editing this, I realized kind of what they were referencing with the whole heavy attack. Since you're going to be proccing your Incarnon mode anyway, while you're meleeing, you can actually burn or slash dump your entire combo multiplier into a single attack and potentially wipe out a group of enemies because it is so easy to build up the combo multiplier in the first place. However, I still don't find those other mods necessary because the fact that you just saw me hit 1.6 million and I have nothing to help bolster my heavy attack damage.
Right there, now that it's online, just kind of spam, spam, spam. And you are doing a lot of slash. Now, obviously, using viral against these guys is not the best since they actually have a lot of armor. However, that just goes to show you how strong it is that it's melting even them. Once again, the weapon is like times 12 multiplier and it actually gets online. It's hard to test infested because this weapon is just so good against them. Just, yeah. I just barely got my times 6 to activate. And if we go in, um, yeah, they don't stand a chance.
So to answer the question, is the Skana good? Yeah, I think it is. It's pretty solid. Anytime a weapon gets, inherent buffs to the way it performs outside of mods is always a plus. So if you're wondering if you should get it, absolutely. You should get every Incarnon weapon that's coming out. Is it going to be the best out of all the melees? I don't know. Probably not. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't go out and get it. Now, as far as the materials that were needed to get Nikana, they were actually different from the Breton, and for some reason I was surprised by that. So, I've already uploaded a video about how to easily get the materials that Duviri offers. I'm actually going to upload a second part, including the materials that I had to farm for this weapon. So stay tuned for that. It's going to go up shortly after this video. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be covering a lot of the Duviri items and content moving forward here, as well as just overall builds, reviews, and guides for Warframe as a whole. Take care.